Love letter to the do-nothing bitch. To the ones who gaslight me endlessly. To the ones who tell me to get more sleep. To the ones who call me schizophrenic, delusional, paranoid, or just deserving of this fate. This letter is for you. On a personal note, let me remind you why I exist at all. This petition, this fight, this unrelenting war against silence. It does not come from ego. It does not come from delusion. It does not come from the desire to be saved. It comes from a chilling, uncheckable fear. The fear that I will become yet another unnamed victim, not just of Iran state-backed assassinations, not just of Canada's participation in the slow kill of inconvenient people, not just of the corporate and state-run machine that erases those who refuse to be consumed, but of you, of the silent majority who will justify my murder, of the well-meaning enablers who tell me to calm down while I am being hunted, of the onlookers who, when I'm dead, will say they always knew something was wrong, but never moved. Since October 2018, I have lived under the weight of this knowledge. I have been starved into homelessness at Christmas, lured unknowingly into a home run by convicted murderers, or castrated into being groomed to Sault Ste. Marie, the murder capital of North America. Chased, abducted, hunted by organized crime groups coordinating in the open on walkie-talkies, and through it all, you watched. You called me crazy. You told me to sleep it off. You told me I was paranoid, dramatic, on drugs, deserving of death. Take notice. I have tirelessly fought for your human rights, and there are no drugs in the world to soothe the resentment I hold for those who failed to see what that cost me, ... If it were not for people like me, the ones just crazy enough, just competent enough, just relentless enough to believe they can change the world alone, you would have nothing left to cling to, because it is not the comfortable, the quiet, the docile, or the complicit who move humanity forward. It is the starved, the hunted, the willing martyrs who throw their future, their safety, and their survival into the fire, for people who will never thank them and who will never return the favor. And the irony? I represent the very humanity you pray to behold. I am what you claim to aspire to. And yet, you shred me apart because I make you feel inadequate, because I prove what is possible, because I demonstrate what you should be, because my existence is a mirror that reflects every moment of cowardice you have indulged in. So tell me, who is really insane? Am I the crazy one for believing that virtue does not fall from the sky upon a wish? Or are you for believing that you can cry for help while setting fire to the hands that reach for you? The do-nothing bitch, the perfect weapon of the oppressor. My murderers are well-funded, well-connected, and well-protected. But their most effective, most reliable, most unstoppable weapon, you. The do-nothing bitch, the one who tells us we deserve it, the one who gets back to their TV show, their job, their empty distractions, while the world burns outside their window. The one who convinces themselves that silence is safety. But let me ask you this. Are you safe? Are you free? Or are you just waiting in line for your turn because you are not on their side? You are not protected. You are not valued. You are just the next in line to be devoured. And when that day comes, when you realize there is no one left to fight for you, when you realize the ones who could have saved you have already been erased, what will you do? Who will you call? What will be left? The hunger for profit in my death. Even now, I see it. The hunger. The undeniable desire for my death, not just by my enemies, but by those who will profit off of my memory. Because both bystanders and abusers make up the majority of the world. And what is more valuable than a legend they did nothing to build? They will sell my name. They will turn me into a serialized product. They will rewrite my history to suit their own comfort. And I wonder, is this why the world is filled with cries for help? Are the cries of humanity just another way to lure heroes to their deaths? Is the performance of victimhood just another method of baiting the next martyr into the pit? Because what I see now is not a world of people who want change. I see a world of parasites, a world that prays for heroes only to crucify them, a world that clings to the cross not as a symbol of salvation, but as a crutch, because that cross might just be needed for my public execution. Final words to the do-nothing bitch. You can pretend you did not see. You can pretend your silence did not matter. You can pretend that when I am dead, you had no role in it. But history will not forget you. The world will not absolve you. And when the last hero is gone, you will finally understand what you allowed to happen. Because when that day comes, when no one is left to fight for you, when you find yourself on the floor, gasping, realizing that everything you blamed on others was actually your own fault, you will remember my name. You will remember my fight. You will remember that you had a chance to stand with me and you chose to do nothing, and you will live with that forever.